Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. Today's topic is Satan's destruction. All right, brothers and sisters. So I know there's a lot of confusion going on, brothers and sisters. And everyone has their own concepts and ideas of what a lot of things are, including who Satan is. See, because you've been lied to by your enemies. They've been telling you all these things all your life to confuse you and mislead you and deceive you into believing what they want you to believe, brothers and sisters. So your concept of these things are off because you've been receiving this information from your enemy, which is bad information, to purposely sabotage you. So many people's concept of Satan is totally off. They have you believing in a spook, some spirit of some satanic red devil in hell waiting to burn you up for eternity. That's let loose to play tricks on you, to trick you into hell. It's not true, brothers and sisters. Satan is a physical group of people, certain individuals, which is false Israel, which can be found in Revelations chapters 2 and 3, verse 9, both chapters. And it tells you exactly who they are, brothers and sisters, which is physical people. Now, I know that's hard to believe, but that's what it is, brothers and sisters. It's that simple. And so is devils, demons, and other characteristics that are named in the Bible. They're everything in it. They're real things, brothers and sisters, and tied to certain individuals. So there's, like I explained, there's a lot of confusion going on, but there won't be here soon, brothers and sisters. The truth is being revealed, and everyone's going to know exactly the truth here in a minute. So they can't keep these lies up, brothers and sisters, because the truth is going to be revealed and preached all around the world. Then the end of this reality is going to end. Because the beginning of our reality, brothers and sisters, our vision is on the rise. That's the part they don't want to tell you. If you don't get a hold of, then you'll be destroyed along with this reality, brothers and sisters. So, however, Satan, which is false Israel, which you can find in the book of the seven churches, like I explained, chapters 2, 3, verse 9, both chapters. And it tells you who Satan is. says, I am giving out of the synagogue of the Satan, the ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. And the blasphemy are the ones saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but synagogue of the Satan. So we know the false Israel are the ones who have synagogues, right? And it says what? Synagogue of what? Satan. Saying that there's Satan. And it says what? They're the ones claiming to be Jews, right? And it says, he said, and not they are, but they are what? Lying. And the blasphemy is a lie, right? Out of what? Out of one saying Jews to be themselves, and not they are, but Satan. So it's clear on who Satan is, brothers and sisters. It's no mystery. They tell you whatever they want to tell you. And that's why it says, as many ones as not are having a teaching this. This teaching here, brothers and sisters, who not they knew the things deep to Satan. See? That Satan himself, that it says, and no wonder for even Satan disguise himself as an angel of light. But he's not. You see? He disguises himself as an angel of light, claiming to be a good. Claiming to be good. But they're not. It says not one of them are good, not one of them are righteous. None of them. You see? And now that's being exposed. You see? All that's being exposed as we speak. Satan is being exposed. He's exposing himself by his actions, by what they're doing right now in Palestine. What they're doing to people in Gaza. Right? It says, know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works. And they're doing the works of Satan. Killing innocent women and children. Blowing up innocent women and children. Starving innocent women and children. You see? Does that sound like the works of God? Or does it sound like the works of Satan? Stealing other people's land and oppressing them for 70 plus years, just like the work of God. Or maybe it does. Because it says Satan is the God of this world, which says, and who runs the world? The world is structured around the idea that what? That false Israel is a true seed of Abraham. Why? Because false Israel was set up intentionally to prove that we were not true seed of Abraham, and they were. Because it was said that we were. So guess what happened? These devils, massive American and Britain, countered this claim by setting up false Israel to what? To protect themselves from being discovered as wicked devils who was and still is terrorizing God's people for 400 years and counting, brothers and sisters. So false Israel is not who they claim to be. They are false. They are not the seed of Abraham. They're Satan, who was set up by these devils to steal our inheritance and rob our nation. And not only that, but while stealing your image, they managed to destroy yours. To successfully steal your image. So they make you look like a fool, a clown. Make you look like a joke. Make you look like pimps, hoes, prostitutes, uneducated people, savages, fools, clowns, whatever they gotta do. They ruin your credibility. So no one ever think that you are God's chosen people, because look at how they act. Look how they carry themselves. So no one would care about you, right? So once they execute their plan, which is to eliminate you, no one gives a damn. So now that's how they successfully steal your image. And they're the ones over Hollywood. They're the ones over what you hear, what you see. You see, causing you to be other than yourself, programming you, keeping you within the programming. How they demons, the black-faced children from the rape of the black woman over you as your representation and your role models to destroy you. Have you acting other than yourself? Have you pushing the American dream? Have you pushing your destruction? See? So does all this sound like the works of God? God-fearing people, people who love God? Can't be, because they're all helping to destroy God's people. So they have no love for God. Because look at it. The evidence. The evidence is all in it. The evidence is all there. Look how they treat the people. Look how they treat God's people. So they have no love for God. You understand? And right now, we're at the point where Satan's destruction is near. And how do we know that? Because as I explained before, Satan is doing what Satan does. Destruction. He's doing the abomination of desolation on Gaza. That's what's taking place right now, brothers and sisters, which is the greatest sign in human history. Our people are in trouble. You understand? Because this would be the sign. Abomination of desolation. You see, which causes disgust and hate of the destruction. Desolation is destruction of what? The Palestinians. What's taking place right now, brothers and sisters. You see? This would be the sign. The uprising of Gaza being suppressed with abominable cruelty. That's what abomination, the word abominable is connected to that word, which means causing moral revulsion in the uprising of the Palestinians was suppressed with abominable cruelty going on almost a year, brothers and sisters, at the hands of Satan. It says, therefore, when you see the abomination, abominable of desolation, which was spoken of through Daniel the prophet standing in the holy place, which is Jerusalem, right? Which is what it said. It'd be chaos here in Jerusalem. Let the reader understand what? That you're in trouble. You're in trouble. This is the sign that our people are in trouble. Why? Why? Because what you see being done by false Israel is going to backfire on them. This is what's going to cause their destruction, because they've caused an imbalance. You see, because what happened to the Palestinians was just for 70 so years, them being oppressed and their land being snatched from them, because they sold us into slavery, so-called slavery, which was horror. They sold us into the Holocaust, which is unimaginable, which we were completely dehumanized past imaginable, brothers and sisters, and it was their fault because of their jealousy of us and them wanting the inheritance. So they sold us into slavery, so-called slavery. So what you seen happening to them is their consequence of their actions they took on their brothers. You see? But when they started to rise, that means that their slate was balanced. meaning that they paid off their debt with their betrayal of us. So they had all rights to retaliate against Satan, against false Israel. So false Israel decides to attack back, to so-called retaliate, which is not retaliation, because you the one did these things to them. You see, you're the one who did these things to them. This action to them. You see? So they're just reacting from what you did to them. And now you're reacting from them retaliate, which is unjust. So now Satan has caused an imbalance. You understand? Which has to be dealt with, which has to be balanced. Which means, and we're in a time of judgment. And it says, inherit what you say and you do. You see? It says you reap what you sow. And they're saying that they're going to destroy them. And they're doing that. They're saying they're going to wipe them all out. That's what they plan on doing. So they inherit what they say and they do. Which means that they're going to be destroyed. Right? They're going to be destroyed. So it says when you see this, it says flee. When you see the abomination of desolation, flee. Because that means false Israel is about to be destroyed. You understand? Because this is the action this is the sign that they're about to be destroyed. Because that's what they're doing. And it said that that's what happened to them. You see? Exactly what they're doing is what's about to happen to them. And it says flee. Meaning to get away from these devils. Get away from these devils. Because they're about to kill you. Because false Israel was set up to counter your claim as being a true seed of Abraham. So if they go down, that means that you're exposed as being a true seed of Abraham, which they can't allow that idea to spread. Because then that means now they're faced with the truth that they're wicked devils. They're not good people. They're not going to heaven. They're going to hell. And they're going to receive judgment for the treatment of God's people. And now they're going to be judged. You see? So if Satan's exposed, and the people that's hiding behind the mask that they built is now revealed. Now it's exposed. You see? Now that stuff, right, that mask they put together is peeled back and broken. You see? And now the light is shining on them. And the truth is revealed. And now they're hideous, ugly people, monsters, who was terrorizing God's people for 400 years. And now it comes with negative consequence that they got to deal with. You see? So, your suppression, right? You're being held down by your enemies. And false Israel is a significant piece of us being held down, brothers and sisters. That's what's stopping us from rising. The image of them being who they claim to be you. So once that image destroyed, you'll rise up overnight. And that's another significant reason why they can't allow false Israel to be destroyed. They can't allow that idea to be spread, right? They're not going to wait for false Israel to be destroyed, because then you'll rise up. So that's another reason why they're attacking you. They're going to attack you because they know false Israel is about to be destroyed. So that means you rise up, which is their destruction. So it says flee. It says flee. Telling you that you're about to be, because you're in danger. Meaning that they're coming to get you because they can't allow that idea to spread. They can't allow false Israel to be destroyed, because then now that's their destruction, brothers and sisters. That's their destruction. So now it's telling you to flee, which means that you're in a panic And it says, don't go back to get your baby. Don't go back to get your baby. Don't go back to get anything. But don't go back to get your baby. That's serious. I mean, are people in a state of panic, chaos? I mean, this is a terrible time because you have people, devils, real ones, not fake, spooky, spiritual demons. These Massa and his children coming to get you, coming to attack all blacks, and tell you to flee, telling you to get away from these devils, get out of the inner cities. I mean, right, get out of the suburbs, get out of their communities, get out of their neighborhoods, and get into the inner city because you're gonna be attacked. You about to become a national security threat. Once they get the word that you're the reason why all this hell is about to break loose on them, they're gonna get the call. They're gonna get the national security alert that you are a threat. And what do you think is gonna happen to you when they find out that you're a threat? You're the one causing this hell on them. They're gonna take you out of existence, brothers and sisters, and they're not gonna hesitate. That's the difference. We've been under attack, but now it's about to be under a more obvious attack. And it's not. There's no more sugarcoating with you. No more, stabbing you in the back. No, they're gonna shotgun you right in your face. It's about to be real. You understand? And our people are not aware because we've been lied to. Our people have been lied to. These devils ain't your friend. You're about to find out real soon because they about to come face to face and show you. So brothers and sisters, it say don't hesitate. It says flee, which means it's urgent. It's not a game because it said if you hesitate, you'll lose your life. And a lot of our people gonna get caught up because you gotta remember they're surrounded by demons. And it said the demons hesitated. You see? So if you caught up with them demons, you're gonna lose your life. You understand? It's not a time to be trying to trust in these devils. Because they're gonna let you down. You understand? They're gonna let you down. And it's gonna cost you your life. And in a time where there's gonna be a shortage, a famine. You understand? There's gonna be a famine. Meaning no food, no shortage of supplies, no, things about to get real, brothers and sisters. And when there's a shortage of things, for instance, no food, who do you think they're gonna eat? Remember, brothers and sisters, you're 3/5 of a human. So that means you're considered an animal. So when there's no food, who do you think they're gonna put on the dinner table? So that's where we are, brothers and sisters. So don't get caught up in this reality. Invest in your reality, which is getting your mind back, uploading and installing your mind, getting the Injil mind, uploading your nature, the pillars for your protection, and getting in alignment with getting the hell out of here, getting away from these devils, complete separation. Don't listen to any of these demons telling you that you're wicked and you're evil, you're sinful, and you this, that, and we stay in here and all that old crap. And devils ain't devils. No, they are. We're in a time of wrath and vengeance. And it says, do unto them as was done to you. And that's another thing. They can't allow that to happen because they're trying to escape judgment. They realize that you are the personification of their judgment, meaning you'll do it. So they can't. They find out that you're responsible. You're to their judgment. That's it, brothers and sisters. These devils love their life. Look how they treated you during the time of the Holocaust, murder, rape, genocide, burnt your children alive, burnt you alive. You see? Fed your children to gators, cut your skin up, cut you open, peeled you alive. You see, cooked you, ate you. All these things, and they had everything. So imagine what they're gonna do to you, and they have nothing. Imagine how they look. You see how they had everything. They treated you. Look how they gonna treat you when they got nothing. You haven't seen anything yet, brother. Brothers and sisters, we head into a time worse than our own experience. You can't even imagine it. You can't even imagine it, brothers. We head into a time worse than our own experience. Unprecedented trouble. A time like no other, never will there be more intense than our own suffering, our own experience that we endured. That was totally terrible, horrible, horrific. And we head to a time much worse. And this judgment's not for us, brothers and sisters. It's for your enemies. And the thing is, if you think like your enemy, you're associated with your enemy, you get the same punishment. If you're not trying to get out of here, get your mind, get in a line. Align yourself with what's going on and upload this information and apply your pillars to protect yourself. You see? Work together and get the hell out of here. You see? This would be a purification process for us going through the tribulations. That way we don't go home a blind elephant tearing up stuff because you can't go home until you're 100%, until you're purified. Purified as gold, brothers and sisters. So we had to be here and go through the furnace. But it said you do good. It said you do exploits. It said we'll do good. And we'll be able to walk through the fiery furnace without being burnt by the flames. And we'll get the hell out of here and we'll go home in one piece. But you have to apply yourself, brothers and sisters. So, brothers and sisters, I want to bring this to an end. Bring this to a close. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out. That being said, Assalamu alaikum.